Once you've completed the dockside configuration on your Garmin GHP10, you're ready to head for open water and run the Sea Trial Wizard. It's important that you perform this sequence in conditions appropriate for your boat. For best results, you'll want to go out in calm water with little or no wind. Be sure you choose a location where your boat does not rock while it's sitting still or moving slowly. While completing the Sea Trial Wizard, you'll want to keep the weight on your boat balanced, and don't move around or rock the boat when completing any of the steps in this process. Also, be sure that the engines are trimmed down and the trim tabs are up. When you see the Sea Trial Wizard welcome screen appear on the GHC10, just select Begin to start. If the sequence does not start automatically, select Menu, Setup, Dealer Autopilot Configuration, Wizards, and then Sea Trial Wizard. When the welcome screen appears, press Begin to launch the wizard. First, you set up the planing RPM. Just follow the directions on the GHC10. Note the RPM reading from your tachometer at your helm at the point where your boat transitions from displacement to planing speed. If the tach value doesn't match what you're seeing on the GHC10, use the arrows to adjust the value. If you have a displacement hull, there won't be a transition point for you to set. Instead, adjust the planing RPM to the highest possible value, 6,000 RPM. When you're finished, select Done and move on to the next sequence, which will calibrate and orient your compass. Before you begin this sequence, drive your boat in a slow, straight line and wait for the wake generated by the planing RPM test to subside. Then, select Begin, and when instructed, turn the boat slowly clockwise, taking care to make as steady and flat a turn as possible. If you have a dual-engine boat, slowly run the port engine forward and the starboard engine in reverse to pivot clockwise in a stationary position. After you've successfully completed the calibration, and the GHC10 displays a test completion message, select Done. If the calibration test fails, select Retry to begin the process again. Once the compass has been calibrated, you're ready for the Autotune procedure. Before you begin, adjust the throttle so that the boat travels at constant RPM below planing speed, while still maintaining responsive steering. Select Begin, and the wizard will perform a number of zigzag turns while the auto-tuning is in process. When you see a completion message, select Done. And be sure to take manual control of the helm once the auto-tuning sequence is complete. If the auto-tuning test fails, you'll need to increase the throttle by approximately 200 RPM and select Retry to run the checkout again. If you reach planing speed and the auto-tune procedure continues to fail, reduce speed and select Alternate Auto-Tune to begin a different test procedure. If neither auto-tune procedure works, it's possible that air is present in the hydraulic system. You may need to bleed the lines before the auto-tune test can be successfully completed. The next Sea Trial procedure will ask you to drive in a straight line to orient the boat directionally to north. To complete this step, you'll need a large stretch of open water ahead of you, with at least 45 seconds of unobstructed running room while at planing speed. When you're ready, select Begin and drive straight ahead. When the GHC10 displays a completion message, select Done. If the calibration fails, select Retry to make that test run again. When both the dockside and Sea Trial wizards are complete, you'll want to give the autopilot a final shakedown review to make sure everything is configured correctly. If anything doesn't feel quite right, you can always run the wizards again at any time. Or consult your GHP10 installation manual for additional check procedures and configuration settings. And don't forget, Garmin technical support is always ready to help. We're as close as your phone or your email. So let us know if you need answers or expert advice. In our final chapter, we'll look at operating your Garmin GHP10 with a chart plotter.